or higher, and to get that, adults need 5,000 units a day.
Again, for those just tuning in, I mentioned earlier, I go through the health food store, look at multivitamins. Most of them, at best, have 400 IUs.
Right.
When you're looking at the vitamin D that you can buy by itself as a standalone vitamin, most are 400 IUs. I saw a couple that were 1,000 IU tablets, but again, that falls far short of that 5,000 number, and that's what you get with purity here. Why is that so important?
There's recently been a study by Professor Haney at Creighton University that shows that when you get your levels to 50, your body has enough for all the things it needs to do, and it begins to store a little bit of the vitamin D, just like your ancestors used to store. So if your level is less than 50, your body is basically using up all the vitamin D as fast as you take it for all the things it needs it to do. Think of vitamin D as a mountain spring with a pool at the top.
Right.
The pool we've always known about is calcium and bone. And we've taken enough vitamin D to halfway fill up that calcium and bone pool. But all the other pools below it, the breast pool, the colon pool, the immune system pool, all the other pools that are below it have been basically dry since we've been out of the sun.
Right.
If you take 5,000 units of vitamin D, the upper pool overflows and starts filling in all the pools at the bottom, the teeth and gums, the mood, the cognition, the pancreas, all these pools. And there's enough left over to store a little bit for a rainy day.
And a little bit of a surplus.
Yes, but you don't do that unless your level's around 50. If your level's less than around 50, you use up almost all of it immediately. And that's called chronic substrate starvation.
Wow.
And that's not a good thing.
By the way, Dr. Cannell's vitamin D super formula is not available in stores, only directly through Purity products. You get it in conjunction with their omega-3 fish oil, which you get for free today. Both of these are 30-day supplies. All it costs you is $19.95, and you lock in this incredible price. And again, shipping and handling is free as well, and it's all 100% guaranteed. You simply can't beat it. The phone number, 1-800-300-8170. Again, that's 1-800-300-8170. Now, Dr. Cannell, talk to me about the link between vitamin D and body weight. What's the research showing?
Well, there's maybe 50 studies out there that show a real simple association. The lower your vitamin D, the more you weigh. The higher your vitamin D, the less you weigh. But that doesn't prove that it's a cause and effect. But there were clues, the same clues that we know about mood. That is, people who live closer to the equator weigh less than people who live far away from the equator. People who live at higher altitude, closer to the sun, weigh less than people who live at lower altitude. Most people experience this. People weigh less in the summer than they do in the winter. So those were clues. But we don't need those clues anymore, because the explanation of why your vitamin D level is so, what we call, inversely associated with your weight, that is, the higher your vitamin D level, the less your weight, that's become clear just recently. For example, there's a paper in the British Journal of Nutrition, August of last year. They studied women who were dieting, and the women who had the highest vitamin D intake lost more weight than the women who had the lower vitamin D intake. Yes. And then just a couple of months ago, a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. That's the highest standard of proof we have in medicine. And this was 36,000 people. And they just gave them a tiny dose of vitamin D. So we don't have any idea what the full effect is. But the women who were taking even this tiny dose of vitamin D were less likely to gain weight than the women who were not taking the vitamin D. So that's another reason. Plus, since Purity is giving away a month's supply of fish oil, you know, of course, that there's research that shows that fish oil in itself helps with weight control. So there's reason to believe that two things together will help. Now, it's not a diet pill. It's not dramatic. You won't just stop eating. Part of that, Pat, is you just feel better. You're more active. You're out there doing something.
Now, Dr. Cannell, we're sort of running out of time here, but I want to give you a few minutes. Tell people why you believe it's so vitally important that they give this formula a try.
You know, we've had time to talk about the heart, body weight, and mood, but, you know, we haven't had time really to talk about brain health, colon health, breast health, prostate health, pancreatic health, bone health, the immune system. I could go on and on. The main reason that people will continue to take this, if you just give it a try for a month, is how you feel. Your get up and go, your feeling of well-being. That's what you notice. Now, if you take it for several months or a year, you'll notice a lot of different changes, and your doctor will notice a lot of different changes, and your dentist will notice a lot of different changes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cannell, for sharing all of this great information. Purity Products, a recognized leader in the field of cutting-edge nutritional solutions, has done it again. They've got an incredible risk-free offer today on Dr. Cannell's Vitamin D Super Formula. 1-800-300-8170. 1-800-300-8170. As part of this weekend's special national radio promotion, you can get started with Dr. Cannell's Advanced D for only $19.95. You heard me correctly, less than $20. Not for some one-week supply, not for a small sample bottle. This is a full 1-month supply. If you purchased vitamin D and all of these amazing cofactors separately, it would easily cost you $50, $60, maybe even more. Purity does it all today for less than $20. Even better, as Dr. Cannell just mentioned, Purity's also going to give you a free bottle of their high-powered, ultra-pure omega-3 fish oil. So you can experience what they call the magic of fish oil, along with the blockbuster benefits of vitamin D. And if all that isn't enough, if you call now, they'll even give you free shipping. All this for less than $20. Simply call this special free order line set up for today's show. Here it is, 1-800-300-8170. Again, that's 1-800-300-8170. Folks, the vitamin D revolution is underway, and Purity has once again taken the lead with Dr. Cannell's signature formulation. Lock this down right now and put it to the test for yourself. And with auto ship, you'll never miss a day. That number again, 1-800-300-8170. Folks, Dr. Cannell can't say it enough. Going from vitamin D deficient to vitamin D sufficient is one of the easiest things you can do to powerfully promote virtually every aspect of your health. So call and try it now. It'll be the best $20 you ever spent. We guarantee it 100%. So call now, 1-800-300-8170. One more time, slowly. 1-800-300-8170. Call now.
The preceding is a paid advertisement by Purity Products. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The preceding recorded program has been a paid advertisement by Purity Products. We offer this program as a service to our listeners. This station and its management do not endorse or object to the information, views, or opinions discussed in the program.
Y'all ready? Turn it up. KKGO HD1, Los Angeles, Orange, and Riverside counties. Also on the iHeartRadio app and streaming worldwide at GoCountry105.com. This is Go Country 105.
The following recorded program is a paid advertisement by Purity Products. We offer this program as a service to our listeners. This station and its management do not endorse or object to the information, views, or opinions discussed in the program.
The following is a paid advertisement by Purity Products. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases.
Hi there, and welcome to Healthline. I'm your host, Pat Campbell, and we are sponsored by the fine folks at Purity Products. One of my favorite guests is on the line. We've got Chris Killam, also known as the Medicine Hunter, standing by now. CNN calls Chris the Indiana Jones of natural medicine because he's constantly scouring the globe, searching for natural remedies. You may have seen Chris on the Dr. Oz show, or maybe on PBS or CBS, and also on Fox News, where he does a health segment. He's been featured in the New York Times and also on ABC's 2020. Anyway, Chris is joining us today to discuss not one, but 3 of the hottest nutritional ingredients out there on the market today. Even better, he's teamed up with Purity today to give away a complimentary bottle to everyone out there in the listening audience. So do not, I repeat, do not change that dial. But first, a quick introduction. Chris Killam is an author and an educator. He's written 14 books. He's conducted research in over 30 countries. Again, he's been on with Oprah and Friends and Dr. Oz. Chris, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much, Pat. It's always a pleasure to have a great conversation with you.
Now, most of us are super busy these days. We want to stay healthy, but quite frankly, it can be daunting, with all the different supplements out there. Now, Chris, you've traveled all over the world learning about different natural remedies, so you really know which ingredients to look for. So tell me this, besides a good multivitamin and some fish oil, maybe a few other things, go into the 3 super hot nutrients you've been so jazzed about lately.
Well, I'm happy to do that, Pat. The 3 super nutrients, as we like to say, are a green tea extract, a turmeric extract called curcumin, and an extract from red wine called resveratrol. And apropos of what you said about my traveling around the world, I've extensively investigated these in their host countries. So I've been in the green tea plantations of China and India and worked with top researchers of this ingredient in those countries. With turmeric, I've been deeply involved with turmeric researchers in India and seen all of that. And with resveratrol, I've worked with scientists in Europe and also in California and Chile and South Africa, all of which are major red wine producing areas. So I've had the opportunity to investigate these things in the field, meet with the top scientists, and my conclusion is that green tea, curcumin from turmeric root, and resveratrol from red wine are remarkable health-enhancing agents that everybody can benefit from in a very, very substantial way.
Now, Chris, let's talk about these big 3, and it's interesting that they're all found in our diet and all are considered superfoods. The green tea, the curcumin, the resveratrol. Why do you want to combine the 3? There's always a method to your madness, if I can say it that way, because you combine these things together because they have a synergistic effect. They make each other work better. You call it a real game changer.
Well, when I look at these, there actually isn't a reason, Pat, to put them all in separate products. They do go very well together. As you said, they're all food derived, so it's kind of like you can make a salad if you choose out of many vegetables. You don't just have to have a bowl of lettuce or a bowl of cucumbers. And while that's a little bit simplistic, the fact is that all of these are very, very rich in groups of protective compounds that are both antioxidants, so they actually retard the aging process of the cells in our bodies and protect our organ systems, so they maintain a healthy inflammatory status in the body. And this is really a big breakthrough. I also like the idea that people can get a concentrated supplement of green tea extract, curcumin extract, and resveratrol in one product with truly meaningful amounts of each one, and not have to go out and basically buy a shopping cart full of stuff.
Now, let's dive into the headlines and the research, especially on this green tea, because it's absolutely amazing. I know in Asia they've been using it for thousands of years for healthy aging. But what are you seeing recently in the press? I know you told me the Nutrition Research Journal, in its July 2012 issue, revealed that green tea significantly increased plasma antioxidant activity and whole blood glutathione. Can you recap some of these headlines and tell me why you're such a green tea advocate?
Okay, what you just said about increasing plasma antioxidant activity is really critical. There are many antioxidants that people consume that don't actually wind up in the body, or they don't wind up in the body in any significant amounts. The green tea antioxidants, which we